Hold on, let me put this.
Just tell me when you're ready. But how are you in shorts? Are you ready?
Yeah, we're rolling.
We might have a couple goes of it.
Okay.
Should I just leave him standing out there in the cold?
I can hear you. All right. Wait, hold on, I wasn't ready.
Kaya, nice to see you in shorts and flip-flops in 57-degree weather.
Well, you know,
come in.
I'm an East Coast boy, Dom. Thanks.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah, thanks for inviting me to your studio.
The new studio, yeah. Well, let's take you through.
Let's do it.
This feels like Cribs,
Yeah.
MTV. So, this isn't anywhere near done yet, but me being an English boy,
Yeah.
Abbey Road, and you can see very faintly in the corner, there is the first signature of, I guess, musicians and friends that I work with. And that is the signature of Serge from System of a Down, who visited me, sorry, gin and tonic, visited me last week.
I know,
pick that name up. Pick that name up. No, so the idea is to get everyone who comes and works here, who's worth it. You have to be worth it to get on the board. But that this hopefully at some point will be completely covered with famous people to make me look really important. Yeah, so come on through. The mandatory poster wall, if things are not straight, there we go. That's now finished. This is one of my favorite things in the world. There's a note from Jodie Foster that says, "To Dom, may you sing the No Note song for the rest of your days. Thank you for lending your enormous talent in capital letters. So grateful, Jodie Foster," with 2 hearts. Fuck yeah. And then, yeah, most of these are from Ari Sandel, Goosebumps 2 and the Duff. I think he's probably being super aggressive and rude to me on both of them. No, that one he's being nice. This one, Dom, thanks for being my Duff. Couldn't ask for a better composer or for better music, which is very sweet. But he did call me his Duff, which is designated ugly fat friend, for those of you who don't know. So that's nice. Yeah, that's from Richie Keane. Message there. I can't read that. That's chicken scratch. Fist fight. Your score for Fist Fight rocks. Or just, there we go.
There you go.
First ever one.
That's the one.
Freebirds. So that
solo
somewhere
song.
has George Takei's signature on it. Here we go. To Dominic, all my best, George Takei. This one is, I don't even know if people know I'm doing that yet.
That's coming
But
out.
I did it.
It's coming out next month. Yeah?
That's coming out now in March.
Oh, got pushed.
It just pushed again, I think because of Oscar stuff, so they want to give it.
Yeah.
It's, you know, fair dues. Rough Night. Scarjo. Have pictures with all of these lovely ladies on the red carpet. Then, wait, let me just, I've got the Clipper game on in the background. Let me just mute that. There we go. From the marvelous Will Gluck. So this poster is a limited edition that Will had made for him and only him. I think he has 5 of them, and he gave me one of them, and he wrote a really lovely message. It says, "Dom, you're so much more a pleasure to work with than I surely am, and you make music to hum along to, live by, and dance with. Here's to brackets at least one more, Will Gluck." So that's very sweet. So obviously by the poster you can tell that it's like Banksy inspired. It's Peter Rabbit doing it's my brain is dead. What's it called when you like revolt? But it's not that bad.
Rebel?
No. Like demonstrate you. What is it? I'm so dumb. What's it called?
Protest.
Yeah, that. But like it's a riot.
Riot.
So it's a
Okay.
Thank you. Got there. So there's a Banksy with a rioter with a bunch of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a play on that, and he's holding a carrot. So that's a limited edition, and the idea was to have it framed like it was in a museum, which is narcissistic. No, but the goal is to then have this, because I'm doing the King's Man with Margie, Matt Margeson. I'm going to do the same kind of thing on the other side of the TV. So obviously that being kind of like a period thing, it'll fit.
You've already run out of wall space, though. Where are you going to put
No, look, it goes all the way up there. There's loads of wall space. I mean, yeah, that's optimistic to hope I get that many movies. But this place was all white. There was nothing here. It was very, very corporate and very kind of safe. So I just, we came in and we
dommed it up.
Dommed it up a bit. Tried to make it snazzy. You can probably see the sign behind me. That is words to live by.
Yes.
Don't be a dick, Kaya.
Who inspired the sign to be here?
Probably me. I think I was convinced by everyone who works for me that I should put that up there to remind myself. Dom, don't be a dick. But yeah, so lounge. Most important part of the studio is the bar, which I'm sampling right now. And favorite mug. I don't know if you can put that on your channel, but
oh, of course,
we can blur that out if not. Yeah, a couple. It's become a space that I didn't say we moved in like 3 months ago.
Yeah, this is brand new.
The renovation was like 3 weeks. Eventually, you'll see my room, which was very, very different when we got here. We demoed practically the whole thing. I don't know when Christoph Beck was here, but this was his space originally, and he built all this out. Bless him. But everything was like a little bit tired and a little bit old because I think it must have been like 15 years ago he was here or something like that. Wow. A long time. Yeah. So I mean everything was built into the walls, outboard gear and everything, and so we just gave it a bit of a freshen up. Yeah. So yeah, there's another writing room here. Our beloved Daniel Future's room, who is not here. He decided he didn't want to be part of this.
Danny.
Oh,
Danny, I'm hurt.
Yeah, Kaya's really annoyed at you, and you should be extremely ashamed of yourself for not being here. You should see his beard right now, man. It's like, if he dyed it white, he'd be Santa. It's that fucking big. It's incredible. So anyway, this is his space. It's harsh, cold, it's lighting, but yeah, I think he's much preferring being in there than like tucked away in my live room back at home. And the most important room, the toilet, which I tried to make nice for people, spending time in the toilet. And those pictures, again, very narcissistically, are, so in England, we have a thing called GCSEs, which, so when you're 15, it's your exams, basically. So what's the equivalent here, like SATs or something like that?
Probably, yeah.
So you have two lots of SATs. You have like middle, what's the middle one? There's like junior high, no, what's the first one?
Middle school, high school, like what you told me, there's only one SAT. Okay,
but do you do exams at like 15?
No.
Well, that explains a lot. No, so at 15 we do, you're told at 15 are the most important exams of your life, the GCSEs. Mm-hmm. And it's either to get into like a sixth form college or to help you apply for the universities that you want to apply to.
Right.
So anyway, I was a total airhead and did art, music and drama. But I did art and I drew these. So that's why I narcissistically have them in my bathroom. But my mum was very, very sweet and she had them all framed for me.
Aww.
Biggest fan and all that. And a Spooks poster, why not?
Why not? Great score.
Thank you. Mainly in here because of its shape.
Yes.
It didn't fit. It looked a bit shit on the wall outside, so we stuck it in the bathroom. Yeah, fake cactus. Nice smelling candle for to prevent,
certain smells.
Yeah. I was going to be a little bit more mysterious than that, but for sure.
Everybody poops.
Hipster bike. Never use it. So
it's for show.
It's just for show. It's like, yeah, no, Darman's really into fitness and taking care of himself. Never use it. And general catch-all. So I guess let's go have a look at. I've got a very small live room, which was a little bit of a downgrade for those that saw the other one. I didn't know really what to do with this space. It's a sort of a storage drum area. If you want to sit down and take a phone call for directors, I guess.
Yeah.
This DB6 was given to me by my late grandfather. And this awesome thing is by a Brazilian guy called, specially made, it's called Arthur Jolly, a friend of my best mate and business manager, Luis, Gu, as I call him. And he specially made me this. That's what he does. And I actually, for Hans's, I'm not going to give it away, for one of Hans's birthdays, I actually don't remember how old Hans is, but for one of Hans's birthdays, I had one made for him. And to impress Mr. Zimmer with a specially made synth is quite something, and Arthur managed to do that. So
wow.
Yeah, he I feel really bad actually, because he's like, you must put me in contact with Arthur, and I really want to tell him how much I love it, and I never did it. But that's reminding me I will do that because I feel bad. And then, so yeah, this is a bit cluttered right now. I haven't really figured out what to do with it. This is the live room, I guess. It's more of a booth. You're all right there with your flip-flops on, holding the door?
I'm good. I got it. Okay. I got it.
Yeah, so I've got my Yamaha U3. Love it. Beautiful piano. It's partly here because I can't fit it in the house because my house is too small. And I got my cello, which served me very well on High Castle. I won't bother opening up the case. People know what a cello looks like. It's not the best of cellos anyway, but it served me well. This is my Wurlitzer, which I purchased from the wonderful and amazing Daniel Pinder, music editor extraordinaire and best friend and uncle to me. Not actually my uncle, I just call him that because he's looked after me since I was a crying additional composer in Hans' studio. Yeah, my Juno 106, which I've used on everything from Wreck-It Ralph to Spooks to Big Hero 6 to, you know, in the Henry days I used that way more than I do now. A lot of that on Money Monster. A lot of this guy on Money Monster. This is actually Henry's, which I still need to pay him for. So Henry, if you're watching this, I owe you money.
He's fine.
He has another one, which is why I don't feel so bad.
Yeah.
But no, he's fine.
Yeah.
I pay my debts. A Lannister always pays his debts. So I'm not a Lannister.
A Lewis.
That is an original 808, which I never use because you have to sequence it, and us as lazy composers like to do things one by one. But it's incredible and nice to have. And that's about it. Other than, oh no, this is very important. So this, you'll see there's money in it. This is a swear jar, but not your typical swear jar.
What makes it different?
The idea of this is if you don't swear, if you substitute a swear word in this studio for, now this I don't owe any money because I'm just explaining the rules. So just to be frank.
Okay.
Shoot, heck, dang, even damn, hell, any of the things that's not like, you know, fuck, shit, whatever it might be, if you replace it, you have to put $1 in the jar. This came about actually because Taylor Page, who used to work for me, who's now engaged to Danny, had a habit of substituting in...
censoring herself.
Heck, what the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. And I was like, come on, that's making me feel uncomfortable. Let's make that not happen. So that's why that exists. But luckily, I'm surrounded by a bunch of
foul-mouthed sailors.
Fucking reprobates, so I don't have that problem. And I certainly don't need that jar because I have a foul mouth. So that's that. Unless you have any questions about this room, which is rather boring.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah, that's that one.
What's that?
High Castle pillow, standard. Stole that from one of the premieres. Why not? What I actually did was, because it was too much of a hassle I might have already told you this story, but too much of a hassle to get the pillow out without being known. We unzipped the pillow, we took the pillow covering, put it in my wife's handbag, and then went and bought a fucking like normal pillow and just replaced it. Yeah, good times. So, the pièce de résistance, or whatever the phrase is this lovely room, which, as I said, was extremely... I mean, if either Christoph or Marcelo, who was in here before me, is watching this, you'll see how different this space is. The only thing that is the same are the doors and this green material here and the grey material up here, because I ran out of money and I didn't want to replace that. But all this wood paneling, this was all outboard gear, like, so this wood up here, which is a shit ton in storage, all of this was this like red wood that was, it screamed 90s. It was cool, but it was just not me. So I had it all ripped out. I mean, like it was out to here with just like shit tons of rack space that just wasn't being used. I guess because Christoph must have had, I mean, have you interviewed him? I don't know. I mean,
I've met him. I've never interviewed him though.
So,
oh wait, no, I have interviewed him.
There's no machine. There's no machine room here, which is crazy. But he must have had a rig that didn't need that, whether it was like a Pro Tools based rig or whatever it was. There was a shit ton of outboard available, which I didn't need. So I demoed everything, and actually, this was so his desk was built into the wall. And there was a big protruding, like, in this material, felt, whatever you'd call it, to hold his PMCs or speakers or whatever you had. They looked like PMCs. I mean, the gap was about this big. And it came out to about here. So, I mean, you only really had this space. And it just felt like, this is crazy. And what with, modern technology, I use the Trinov in my rig, which kind of, like, treats the room so you don't have to really worry too much about a good sounding room. I mean, it's great if you can do it naturally, but I just got so used to the Trinov and my mixers translating with that I just stuck with that. And so I kind of wanted to be a room that was aesthetically pleasing to me. And it's, as you can see, it's very, very different to my home studio, which was kind of modeled on like a Timothy Alton showroom with Union Jacks and stuff and black walls. This just feels a bit more grown up, a bit more kind of like mid-century modern, and I don't know. It's I love coming to work now. It's great. It feels like my. It
feels like you.
It feels like me. Yeah, no, you're right.
An extension of you.
It's really cool. And I
mean, you went from remote control to your backyard.
Yeah.
And
to
now
a building.
To you have your place now. That's amazing.
It's super cool. I mean, it's still renting it, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna like put a bit of money into it, make it mine, make it so I want to come in every day and write, and I'm getting some good shit done, I think. I can't tell, I'm so tired these days, I have no idea, but hopefully. And then, weirdly found this rabbit lamp, which I absolutely adore, which is, why not, right?
Why not?
As I do rabbit films these days.
So, I see you have a...
I love it. So, cut. So, I see you have...
Clearly, we did not stop filming. And
no, it's all one continuous shot.
We're doing 1917
Very
here.
Sam Mendes right now.
Very Deacons. So, yeah, I see you have a collection building here.
It's bad. I have a real problem that's developed. Another thing I blame Danny for is my new. Well, it's not really that new anymore, but my new obsession with guitars is a problem. But it's a tax write-off, so that's a bonus, and it's what I do. So not that I'm especially good at the guitar. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm quite bad at it. But I will take you through my obsession. This is the newest of the fleet, I like to call them. This beauty is a 1964 Gibson Dove. I called her Paloma. Because it's a dove, so that means dove. But I've never in my life played anything like this. It's just incredible. And I'm not going to bore you or put you through my guitar playing, but yeah, it's just one of those things that I get most of my stuff from Norm's in Tarzana, and he's smart because he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I've got a Gibson Dove. I'll grab it." He goes to the back. It's not even out. It's in the back of the store. So he puts that in my hand first, and then everything else was just like, "Well, what's the fucking point?" So he's smart, but he's always honest with me. He's like, if you've got the money to do this, it's just one of those guitars that you don't pass up.
Yeah.
So through, I had like strings changed on all the other ones I was trying out, and then this one, and then had the guitar tech change a few things, and it's just amazing. I'm very thankful that I can own something like this, because it's just like, it's incredible. So
Sounds
sounds
like you're in love. You're gushing.
Dude.
You're gushing a bit.
I am, yeah. Paloma.
A little blushing going on.
I know. It's hot in here, actually. It's 70. It shouldn't be this hot. That's why. See what you do to me, Paloma? No. Actually, it's funny. When we were pregnant with, I say we. I was not pregnant. My wife was pregnant with Quincy. There was a period of time when we thought, "Oh, hello." The mention of my crazy son, the camera goes fucking nuts. What was I saying?
Quincy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. When Erin was pregnant with Quincy, there was a period at the very beginning of the period when we thought it was a girl. She thought it was a girl. And I was like, well, you need to be careful because it might not be. But when we did think Quincy was a girl, she was going to be called Paloma. So I finally got my daughter in the shape of a very old guitar. But so beautiful and just sounds incredible. And I've already put it on a bunch of Peter Rabbit stuff, and because sometimes you get a guitar and it sounds incredible, and then you record it and you're like, well, it's missing something. But stick any old mic in front of that thing and it's just like, camera's not liking it though. The camera is really not liking it. All right. The camera is objecting to my guitar collection. It's like, shut up, Dom. Stop talking. So this is just this is a Fendem. Fendem? It's a Fendem.
A Fendem.
No, it's a Fender Stratocaster custom shop. The custom shop do such cool shit now. Let me do that for your droopy camera. Yeah, it was a sunburst with seafoam green. It's made. They do it so well. It's made to look like some guys fucking thrashed it for 40 years. When actually it's a new guitar and they shaved the neck and it's much more playable. This is a really great guitar. I use it on a ton of shit because obviously Strats is super versatile. This guy is a Gibson Les Paul, as we all know. It's nothing special. It's just got a fucking beautiful top on it. It's, I think, from 2006, maybe a little later. I got it in London when I was writing The Kingsman this year over there with Monsieur Margeson. So that was my little sort of, we've spoken about it, but I was over in England from last February in the cold and the rain and all the reasons I moved away from that place. I was thrust back into it, driving down to the middle of fucking nowhere where the set was in Longcross, set up in this building that was literally like a fucking swimming pool. I mean, the one of the walls was just a man-made like partition that you could put your fist through with one punch. It was like, yeah, it was trying until we moved to Soho, and then it was all good. But no, it was really useful and great to be around Matthew Vaughan, that is, not Margeson, and like bounce off ideas and stuff. Just Longcross is just, those of you that have been to Longcross will understand what I'm talking about. This little beauty is a cheapo bought for me by my mother. God, I don't even know when. It was probably like 98 or something. I was about 14, 15.
Wow.
And it's just a Tanglewood, I believe, a TWNSE. It's got electroacoustic capabilities, a Fishman pickup in it. And if any guitar geeks care about that, the Fishman are pretty good. And I always get compliments about it. I always get, oh man, yeah, that sounds like a Martin. It sounds so great. And it was literally a 300 quid guitar back in '98. So this guy, I'm going to skip the bass because it's just a cheapo bass that I need a bass and I'm not a bass player, so I just have a bass. This guy is a 66 Trini Lopez.
Wow.
And just this very similar to this. When I first got this, I think my wife was away with the kids, and Trini slept with me for a couple of nights where my wife normally sleeps. That's how much I love this thing. Speaking of my wife, she bought me a Gary Clark Jr. limited edition SG, Gibson SG. I think one of the birthdays or Christmases that have passed in the last few years. Mm-hmm. That's like my thing. My wife knows that if I want a present, she's just like, oh, what guitar do you want? This I bought for the first Peter Rabbit, which is a 345, I believe from 1968. I could have got that wrong, but this thing is a beast. I love it.
Wow.
People who know guitars will already know this, but you need a special cable to have it be stereo. Mm. But if you just kind of pull the cable out a little bit and like cheat it, you get the stereo. Anyway, bit of geek knowledge there. And then Danny and I, a few years back, went to a guitar show in Orange and managed, like Norm had been there the day before and taken all the good shit. And then this, I guess Norm didn't see it, or I don't know, but this is an 80s, I guess it's 80s, which is why I didn't buy it, but it's a Rick. I think it's a 345 as opposed to a 335 or a 365. It's just that sound. It's fucking great. I'm the last one now. Probably boring everyone. Like, who gives a fuck about guitars? I thought this was a composing video. Anyway, this is a restored Jag, which I bought online, which I never really do, but it was found in this guy's brother's basement, I believe. It never left the case. It had like rusting and stuff. This is all the original gold hardware that was restored. I think they did a repaint job on it, but this thing sounds fucking great. So yeah, that is
it.
Sort of everything.
What is? Tell us the name of this place. What is the name of your studio?
Doesn't really have a name. It's,
no name yet?
Suite 102. No, it's W Music Studios.
Yeah,
it's my place for now. I mean, maybe one day I'll have the money to do something a little bigger and more rooms and a bigger live room. But for now, it's pretty cool, man. It's I have to pinch myself sometimes that I'm able to do this and have my own space. Yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch, but it's so worth it because I was getting to the point where it was difficult to kind of, go to the back house and write music. And there was something that I missed from kind of getting in the car and like preparing yourself to go and write music and have that like 15-minute car journey to just sort of breathe from the screaming children and all that shit. Mm. I mean, it was very valuable for me being at home and not missing out on the kids. And this year's been fucking crazy, so I haven't been around the house as much as I would have liked to have been, but this is just a really great space, and I think last time you came, we'll meet them in a minute, but my best mate and business manager moved back from Brazil to kind of just like take over the studio and manage the company and all that kind of stuff. It's great to have him around, and I have a new assistant, Amanda, who is the best. She's so great. And so the house was getting a bit small. Yeah. It was like, morning! And like everyone was like, hi! So this is great. Everyone's got their own space. I don't think Danny wants to kill me anymore because he's not like hunched over in the corner of the live room and like sneaking down my alleyway of my house at all, ungodly hours. But yeah, this place is great, man. We We did a couple of Kingsman Source Connect sessions here. We did we went over to Abbey Road for the bulk of it, but we had everyone piled in here and, listening to, it was on Thanksgiving, so just to give you a brief window into what this year's been like. So Thanksgiving at 2 a.m, we're in here recording strings. We did a double of strings, and then we did, so 2 a.m. to 5 a.m, and then 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. with strings and woodwinds. And then from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. we did brass. And then we had the joy of going down and spending Thanksgiving with our family. So we've been up from 2 a.m. all the way through to I had a brief nap at like 7 after the turkey where I was fucking dead. So then, and Thanksgiving's going on, I was just fucking sparko on the couch. And then woke up at like 12. And I had to go down to Orange. So, so then I get an Uber back from Orange to here to do a choir session at 2 a.m. on Black Friday morning.
Wow.
No, living the dream, man.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. No, the score is, I can't wait for people to hear it. It's, and I know Matt would say the same. It's cool. It's like, it's Matthew Vaughn, so it's got that like popcorn factor, but at the same time, it's definitely got a more traditional, this could all change.
Yeah.
The movie comes out in September. But at the moment, it's we're very proud of it. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen between now and September? Be like, no, we want all electronics, all percussion. So we have no idea. But for now, we're running with it, and we're happy with it. And it was great to go over to Abbey Road and spend time with my dad for his 70th birthday.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was just, it was really nice. But yeah, there's one. So the machine room / office. Let's go have a look. It's nothing special, but there's more guitars on the wall, and then you'll meet these two lovely people who keep me sane. There's one of them.
Hello.
This is Luis, and that is the wonderful Amanda in the corner. Oh yeah, you should get a shot of that. This is great. So as you know, I do DuckTales. So I found that online, which is a black Amex with Scrooge, which is pretty cool. So yeah, more guitars on the wall. Did I miss anything? Is that it?
That might be it, Dom.
Well, there you go. Sorry, I bored everyone. That was really long.
No.
You're going to cut that, I
It's
hope.
midnight, right? No.
No. Well, close. But yeah, that's me. That's us.
All right. Thank you so much for the tour, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.